His story serves as another cautionary tale among Cincinnati boxers as he joined the ranks of numerous fighters who experienced varying degrees of success in the sport, only to be reclaimed by the crime-ridden streets of Cincinnati. A fall from grace that proved to be irreversible for...
I got confidence like Rocky. Yes, I'm coming for the kill. Pull up like I'm Mr. Tyson. People thinking that I'm ill, but I really got the power. Man, I really got the skills. Cause I was focused on my craft. I was honing on my drills. I was really honing on my drills. I made a promise to the family I'd make a couple mil. I said that I would do it, that was really getting real. Put my foot up on the pedal when I'm climbing up the hill. So I gotta do a lot, man, I cannot do a little. Gotta reach to the top and it cannot be in the middle. I believe in what I got and I know that I'm willing to lay down my life. That's how strong I just feel it.
Tommy Ayers was born on March 27, 1963, growing up as one of 7 children in the Walnut Hills neighborhood of Cincinnati. His large family faced financial struggles as a result of his father's disability from a construction accident. As a child, Ayers enjoyed activities like fishing with his grandfather, but his primary interest was baseball. At the age of 12, he was dared by a friend to try boxing, leading him to join the Finley Street neighborhood gym under the guidance of trainer Mazon Kemp. Ayers took to the sport immediately, winning his age group at the Ohio State Fair. On one occasion, he went to box at a policeman's carnival in Kokomo, Indiana, a venue where the cops hadn't brought in enough boxers for a full fight card. Ayers fought 4 times that night, winning 4 trophies. Inspired by the success of the U.S. Olympic team in 1976, Ayers aimed to make the squad for 1980. His trainer, Mazon Kemp, financially supported Ayers' road trips for matches, once even selling his television to raise funds. Despite the financial challenges, Ayers continued winning, gaining attention, and eventually making it to the Olympic trials, where he faced the top-ranked Robert Shannon.
My name is Tommy Ayers. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Olympic trials mean a very lot to me. It's an important part of my life, although it won't be no any Olympic Games, but it's still an important part of my life.
Each of these young boxers has completed his junior year in high school, so they're on their way to their final year in high school. As experienced and skilled in all the ring prowess that they possess, in many ways they're babies in other aspects of life, but they're grown men in that squared circle.
Your referee is Loring Baker from Atlanta, Georgia. Tommy Ayers with a nice jab. Tommy also in his arsenal is a good double hook and a right hand to the jaw.
Approaching the halfway mark of this first 3-minute round. 3 3-minute rounds. Robert Shannon, he's the heavier hitter in the white trunks, the southpaw, against young Tommy Ayers of Cincinnati in the red trunks.
There's that whistling hook that was just off target. Remember, if you're judging the bout, we certainly ask you to enjoy that particular type of trip. It's the white surface of the glove in the scoring area. We don't read impact. It's just a question of landing them in. That's the scientific aspect of our sport.
Shannon throwing the heavier blows, and Ayers said in order to win this evening, he would have to box more than he did in his previous 2 defeats to Shannon. He started well, but Shannon now catches to root for their 17-year-old sons. And when you talk with them, they've mentioned Mom right away.
On my card, I had young Shannon 2019 with a slight lead. It's anybody's bout. Ayers stands straight up. That's typical classical international style. Shots you get no credit for.
In the white trunks is the favored southpaw Robert Shannon from Edmonds, Washington, and the red trunks from Cincinnati, Tommy Ayers. Ayers has done a good job of boxing.
Ayers has a habit. Right there, he dropped his left hand, and when you're up against a right hook or a southpaw, that could...
Shannon in white, Ayers in red.
Beautiful left hook there by Tommy Ayers, the Cincinnati kid from Hughes High School.
Good left jab by Ayers. He's boxing the bout of his life. He's never gone this far in a major tournament. He's never boxed abroad as has Shannon with all that international experience.
Both men product of the Junior Olympic program, and that's where our champions are coming from. A very impressive and very important program. The big reason why the United States domineers the world in boxing.
A caution for the headbutt to Ayers. No points taken away. That was not a warning. Final seconds of round 2. It's been very close. That third and final round should decide the member to make the team. Third and final round. The light flyweights, the little guys, 106 pounds. Tommy Ayers of Cincinnati in the red trunks against Robert Shannon, Edmonds, Washington in the white trunks. How do you have the fight scored this far?
Tommy Ayers had a very, very good round, and I give it right now he has a slight lead. He had a 2018 round. I gave the first round to Shannon, 2019. This bout will be won or loss in this third and final round.
Time boxing has taken away from his studies, and he's going to concentrate on that after he leaves Atlanta summer school. And right now, he's focusing on Ayers, and he needs a rally to pull out the victory. He's got Ayers in a little trouble.
Tommy Ayers is counterpunch, you know. But Shannon certainly physically is the stronger of the two. And now they're throwing caution to the wind. The crowd is standing and cheering.
Halfway through this third round.
Two fine little Gamecocks in there, both boxing for the most precious medal of their life, the gold medal. He just had a beautiful move, a right hand right over the left, an excellent move.
Tommy Ayers' mother, Mary from Cincinnati, watching her son boxing at a high level, best ever, and another warning for a butt on Ayers, 15 seconds left.
That was a caution, not a warning, so no points were taken away.
Cincinnati, Shannon from the Seattle area. 3 great rounds. And now the pressure on the judges to come up with a winner. For the Olympic light flyweight, here's the decision.
The decision of the judges, your winner in the blue corner, Robert Shannon.
Robert Shannon with that rally in the third round pulled it out. He was expected to win, but it appeared he had to come from behind to do it.
That fight with Shannon will always hurt, Ayers said after, because I felt they took it from me. Ayers then became one of junior welterweight champion Aaron Pryor's main sparring partners, prepping the Hawk for multiple title defenses. Now 17 years old, Ayers had grown over 3 inches and gained almost 30 pounds in a growth spurt. He dreamed of leaving Cincinnati's West End, proud of the fact that he had never been in trouble with the law. "I'm not going to be living in the ghetto all my life," Ayers said, but he was uncertain on how he would make his escape. Boxing started to feel like a chore. During a trip to Havana, Cuba for an international meet, the experience was so bad that Ayers considered quitting the sport. "They were officers standing on rooftops with guns while we were working out," Ayers said. "They watched you everywhere you went. Our rooms were awful. I lost my fight there to a guy from Cuba, and I couldn't wait to get home." During the 9-hour wait at the Havana airport, he told his trainer that he wanted to quit boxing. But Kemp talked him out of it, suggesting that if he turned professional, the travel conditions would improve, and there could be the potential for significant financial rewards. Ayers stalled his decision, spending his days roller skating and fishing before deciding to turn professional. "I had put too much time into boxing to go out a quitter," Ayers said. He made his pro debut in September of 1981, signing with Aaron Pryor's manager, Buddy LaRosa. Ayers fought 6 times in his first 3 months as a pro and 10 times in his second year. By July of 1983, he was 21-0 with 18 knockouts before he received his first big test against top contender Marlon Starling in a televised match. "I want to be one of the greatest Cincinnati champions to ever live," Ayers said before the contest. He attacked furiously, while the more experienced Starling counterpunched. The fight was even on the scorecards going into the last 2 rounds.
And he fought Starling's fight the last round, and Starling's getting a little bit the best of it, but he's in there all the time. I'd like to see him move around a little more and steer Starling around.
Well, if you scored it right now, Gil, who would you give it to?
Right now, I have Starling ahead.
Tommy Ayers is displaying what it takes fighters years to develop. I mean, the staying power, and he comes back strong.
But again, he's right in Starling territory when he's head-to-head like that. He can grab Starling and spin him. I still say again, and hit him with those nice combinations the kid knows how to throw.
Well, the mistake here is
at the age of 21 fights at the age of 20. So he's been a busy young man, despite his young age, since turning pro after the Olympic trials in 1980. And obviously, he's made the most of that learning experience every time out. And he's learned a lot here today, as you've already pointed out, gentlemen. Under a minute to go in the 11th round. Starling, the champion, certainly had more than he bargained for from this young man from Cincinnati.
Starling is waiting for Ayers to stand straight up so he can nail him. Because inside, Starling says he'll pity pat to the body and wait for Ayers to stand upright.
Yep. Ayers is trying to nail Starling with a right hand, which is difficult to do. He got nailed himself.
Two good left hooks. He's hurt. Starling landed a pair of left hooks. He staggered the challenger Ayers now. Look at Ayers fight back. What a game kid. Under 30 seconds to go in round 11. A pair of back-to-back left hooks doing the damage, but Ayers still on his feet.
Not only still on his feet, Tim, but still dangerous.
The crowd here at the Showboat enjoying this action. Final seconds of the 11th round. Tommy Ayers and Marlon Starling. This is round number 12. Probably the final round. But remember, if they were tied on the cards, they'd go to round 13. The champion comes out with a fury, and Ayers bangs right back. The most damage done in the fight by the champion in round 11, staggering Ayers, but unable to get him in the...
Oh, he nailed him with a right hand then, Tim.
A big right hand by Starling, trying for the knockout here. Ayers in trouble on the ropes. Another right hand. Ayers refusing to go down, but he's in trouble.
Tim, it wouldn't be justice for this kid to be stopped now. He's fought too good a fight.
Marlon Starling wants the knockout, though. People have doubted his punching power. He's unable to stop Kevin Howard, and here he is in the 12th. Starling loading up on the right hand.
Starling's having a picnic now in this kid. He's working the body. Those overhand rights are just starting to land by Marlon Starling.
The kid should grab him and walk around, try to get his head clear. There's that inexperience.
Ayers not sure where he is right now, but he is a game guy fighting on instinct. Starling unable to deliver the knockout punch.
Well, Tim, he's won all his fights. He's probably never been in trouble before, so he has no experience at it. Keep him here. That's what he has to do. Walk, grab, kill the clock, get through the round.
Under a minute to go in the 12th round.
He comes back, Tim.
Can you believe those two right hands he just threw? I don't believe it.
Four punches, Gil.
I don't believe him.
Tommy Ayers rallying. The champion Starling is tired. He's thrown a lot of punches, unable to get Ayers to the canvas. Look at Ayers rally. Another big shot by the champion Starling. Still Ayers on his feet. Starling missed with a left hook. Missed with a right. Final seconds of the 12th round. There will be no knockout. Tommy Ayers has won fans and friends at this display. That's it.
So despite that late rally by Tommy Ayers, Marlon Starling was awarded a unanimous decision over previously unbeaten Tommy Ayers.
I was kind of green and Starling out-hustled me, Ayers said after. It was later revealed that Ayers had entered the fight with a deviated septum, having surgery immediately after the bout. A title shot with WBC champion Milton McCrory was in the offing, but more health issues followed as Ayers was forced to undergo an appendectomy. In April of 1984, Ayers faced McCrory's stablemate Lenny Blue Edmonds. They gave us Edmonds to look at Tommy, Ayers manager Buddy LaRosa said. They made him a sacrificial lamb.
Tim, what I liked about Ayers in the Starling fight was the fact that he was able to mix up his punches. He punches to the body and the head, feints very, very well.
He's 21 years of age, been boxing since he was 12 years old. Made kind of a startling turn up in weight because he grew so quickly. He went from the lightweight of 135 to welter at 147 in just 2 years as a professional. He looks very comfortable at that weight.
Landed a few good left hooks to the body already, Tim. Those are the kind of punches that take something out of the other guy in the later rounds. Edmonds punching to the body, too.
Yeah, good solid left hook by Edmonds. Of course, you mentioned he's from the Kronk gym. That means that every day in the gym over there, he's up against Tommy. 20 seconds remaining, round number 1. Two-fisted attack by Ayers to the body and head, backs up Edmonds.
Tim, Edmonds has been punching back pretty well.
Coming to the end of round number 1.
Sleep, and all of a sudden he throws one of those big bombs. There it is again. Ayers was ready for it this time.
Right hand lead of Ayers scored.
Seems to be arm punches. I mean, he's punching a little wide, Tommy Ayers.
On the right of your screen, white trunks, red trim from Cincinnati, Ohio. Lanny Blue Edmonds from Detroit, the Kronk Boxing Club. Now circling to the right of your screen, and in the early going, we've given the edge to Tommy Ayers, but Edmonds has been holding his own.
Tim, Edmonds seems to be a little discouraged going back to his corner, but Manny Stewart's all in between rounds. You have to let those punches. Good left hook to the body by Ayers.
Scoring with that jab at will. Under a minute to go in round number 3.
He has Edmonds hurt now.
Edmonds pinned on the ropes, and Ayers going to work over there.
Well, Manny Stewart told Edmonds to let those punches go, and that's one thing he's not doing. He's just standing there taking a beating. Hasn't thrown a punch.
No, and his legs look like they're a little wobbly right now, Gil. He was stopped in 4 his last time out. But he's lost only twice in 15 bouts.
Just can't get by enough jab, Tim. Ayers' jab is setting up everything else.
Target practice for Ayers right now against a tired-looking Edmonds. Mouth open, legs wobbly.
Tim, he's beaten mentally, too, Tim.
Coming to the end of round number 3. Ayers totally in control.
Round. It's a 4th round technical knockout. The winner, Tommy Ayers. Ayers, the TKO winner.
So Tommy Ayers, with his opponent Lanny Edmonds failing to answer the bell for the 4th round, scores what is officially in Michigan a 4th round TKO.
Ayers stayed active, delivering an impressive performance by shutting out contender Roger Stafford over 10 rounds. However, he faced criticism for not securing a knockout when he had Stafford hurt. Despite this, insiders couldn't help but praise his undeniable potential. Sugar Ray Leonard's trainer Dave Jacobs said Ayers has world champ written all over him. Gil Clancy called Ayers the best prospect he'd seen in years. In 1986, Ayers faced another series of medical setbacks. A car accident left him with a debilitating back injury, and he battled chronic soreness in his hands. It was kind of hard laying off for 10 months, Ayers said. I wasn't doing anything, not training, not running, nothing. I was hanging in the streets with my friends, doing things I had no business doing. Once you get around that type of environment, you never know what kind of trouble might pop up. The worst thing, though, was I thought I was losing my desire. Ayers returned in January of 1987, taking out Rigo Lopez. 2 months later, he faced Luis Santana on ESPN.
Ayers in the red, Santana in the red, white, and blue. Sat with Ayers at the blackjack table for about 15 minutes today and had an interesting discussion with the young man. Real gentleman. Round 1 scheduled for 12.
Ooh, good right by Santana. I think he hurt Tommy Ayers. Luis Santana nailed him with a big right.
Ayers getting hit by everything now.
Boy, Luis Santana looking for an upset win here, and he's got Ayers in trouble.
Santana, a non-stop punching machine here in round 1. is simply trying to weather the storm.
And with a half-minute left to go, he's got a tough storm to weather. There he goes.
Ayers wobbly. He is right in front of us.
You okay?
And he is wobbly.
You okay? You make it out here. Let's see. Let's go to work.
Coming to the closing stages of round one.
Now remember, no 3 knockdown rule. It shouldn't play a role in this round, but wow, Luis Santana shocking Tommy Ayers.
And there's the end of round one. And Ayers wobbling as he heads back to his corner. It almost falls off his stool.
Tommy. Sit up right. Sit up. Huh? We talked about the overhand right of Santana as they work with Tommy Ayers there. And we'll get to see it.
Between rounds 1 and 2 been enough for Ayers to clear out the cobwebs, regain his legs, and begin to attack the brawling Luis Santana. And again, an overhand right lands.
Tommy Ayers is fighting the wrong fight. He's now slugging with Santana. He's got the foot speed and the hand speed. He needs to be moving in this whole round. There's no reason for him to be standing there, but Luis loves it.
Again, Ayers blocked by the overhand right.
Tommy Ayers, why he would be standing there with Santana, he's got to be moving and trying to get himself back in this fight. Instead, he's exchanging left hooks with Santana. We all felt before this fight the way Tommy Ayers would get himself in trouble is by coming out doing this, slugging with Santana. Luis has him against the ropes, and he can work against the ropes. Good left hook.
Well, Ayers has an exceptional jab and an excellent right hand, but Santana has kept him off balance thus far early in this fight, and Ayers has been unable to exhibit those punches. Ayers' best punch of the fight, a roundhouse left.
The left hook by Ayers, he's got a good one. That one got Santana's attention. Now there's the jab, and Santana was hurt by that left hook.
Long right by Ayers, and Santana comes right back. Halfway through round 2, again we apologize, and clock is not functioning.
And Tommy Ayers, you see the hand speed and the inside fighting. Now he can fight on the inside, and he's showing it. But look what he took in the first round to do this, and look at how close he was to being out of here in this fight. He's coming back now, though. Wow. Now there's the jab. Oh! The box with Santana. And you know, I had a feeling earlier today he was going to do that. There, look at the jab. Luis Santana cannot get away from the jab of Tommy Ayers. There it is.
A right hand on the head of Santana, and another one. And now it is Santana who is rocked.
It started with the jab and the straight right. It's as simple as that. There, Ayers can't miss him with the jab. It's simple.
Ayers mentioned to me this afternoon he was going to try and land the uppercut. He thought Santana might be open to the uppercut.
Well, there it is, but why be there? Why is he on those ropes? Now, Santana's keeping him there, but I think Ayers is deciding he wants to be there.
Ayers trying to counter
the uppercut. He's right, and it's what you said. He can land it, but that's a dangerous posture for Ayers. Very dangerous. He neutralizes his jab completely by being there, but Luis Santana happy for him to be there.
Now Ayers backs away, takes a deep breath, and begins to box. Again, it's the lead left. It's Santana, and now he closes it again. Ayers is going to try and go to that uppercut when he's on the ropes. But Santana loves to have Tommy Ayers up against the side of that ring.
I'll tell you, it was a round in which Tommy Ayers began to really, I think, assert himself.
Round 4. And you've got it a dead even race.
I gave the first round a 10-8 round to Santana, the last two 10-9 to Tommy Ayers.
Again, the straight right snaps the head of Luis Santana. Now, if you have just joined us, don't go away. What a fight we have seen. Up uppercut from Ayers. Lands on the chin of Santana.
Santana's overhand right, such a good weapon earlier, was not effective, and it's because of those combinations by Ayers. Santana very tentative to throw the punch. There's that uppercut you talked about.
Just under a minute remaining in round 4. And again, Ayers leading with the right and following with the left hook.
And now Tommy Ayers is doing what I think every boxing expert in this crowd is.
Left right hand! And
20 seconds remaining in round 4. Can the champ weather the storm? Again, it is Ayers who is flailing away, and they're going to stop this fight. Santana can't believe it, and neither can his handlers.
Well, they're incensed, so that everybody knows the rules. In any case, what that is obscuring is the fact that this man, Tommy Ayers, came back to perform very well in this bout after being hurt in the first round. Tommy, let's look, if we can, at round 1, where you had all kinds of troubles and you were down, and tell us a little bit what was going on in your mind at this point. And I believe we've got it coming up here in just a moment. Here we go. Here it is.
Well, I got against the rope, and I left with the jab after too long, and I got caught because I kind of wasn't really warmed up like I should have been in the dressing room. I didn't warm up like I should have had.
We thought you would come out boxing against you, using the jab, the straight right, and when you went to that, Buddy LaRosa said, so did we, yeah. When you went to that, you were completely effective. What was it, do you think, of that first round that made you slug with him?
Everybody was telling me the how tough he was on the inside. And I guess my ego kind of got to me. I didn't want to let him be a better young fighter than me. And then after a while, I got caught. I seen I had to do that to win.
Okay. All right, well, you did get to him in about the second round, really. You started boxing well from the outside. Here's the knockdown. Good right hand.
Yeah, because I came back to my corner. They told me that right hand was there. I was using the jab. Somebody set everything off the jab. I used the jab and set it up, and it was right there perfect. Because I had been hitting him with 1-2.
All right, I guess I have to ask you this question. Did you think it was appropriate to stop the fight at that point?
Well, his ass was real glassy, and I was going to keep punching. Yeah. You know, because I've been training for a long time. I'm in great shape. And I was going to keep punching until they did start the fight. You know, and I think it was best for him to stop because he would wind up getting hurt.
All right, I'm going to bring in Buddy LaRosa, your manager, and ask him about Tommy's future now. He won this, of course, in what was a rugged fight, but he won the NABF crown. What about a world shot?
Well, we'll take it when it comes. We've been very patient up to this time. This was a very pivotal fight for Tommy, and we had no qualms about the outcome. It's just that our strategy was to box. Yeah. It's a stick and move, and Tommy is a macho fighter. He did the same thing against Starling in this ring a couple years ago. Lost a close one. But Tommy's coming into his own now. This is his time. This is his year.
Well, is he going to be hurt in the future by doing that against even bigger puncher?
No, this just gives him more confidence. He took the best shot Santana had, and Santana didn't come any tougher. He's never been stopped before.
Well, by McCrory, but that was because of an injury.
He injured his collarbone, so he's never been down.
All right.
That's a bull. He's an El Toro.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations to you, Tommy. I'll say one more thing.
Oh, I'd like to thank Buzzy Gornick for letting me train up at his camp. I'd like to thank all my sparring partners.
Okay.
And ESPN.
Congratulations to you. Okay.
Following the win, the WBA elevated him to be their top contender, positioning him to face champion Mark Breland. However, Ayers' stablemate, Mark Miller, saw a different fighter compared to the one he knew 3 years prior. He wasn't the same fighter after his layoff, Miller said. He wasn't as strong, and he couldn't take a punch as he could before. Ayers' desire for the sport was also dwindling. When he faced Roland Williams, he came in at 7 pounds over the weight limit. Forced to lose the excess weight, he fought listlessly and lost a decision. Sparring partner Miller believed that the streets of Cincinnati had found Ayers and beat him up. Ayers then became an infrequent visitor to the gym after suffering his second defeat. You get to hanging around, Ayers said. You get distracted. Ayers had a gambling problem, hanging around illegal gaming houses in Cincinnati while losing money at the casinos where he had fights. 6 months after the loss to Williams, he was arrested for possession of cocaine with an intent to distribute. He was sentenced to a year in prison, getting released after 8 months. Trainer Mazon Kemp felt that it was for the best. If you're out there selling that stuff, Kemp said, sooner or later, someone's going to rob you, shoot you, and kill you. When you're confined, it gives you time to think. Ayers made up his mind to get back into boxing after his release, insisting that he never was a drug user. He began his second comeback in October of 1989, winning 4 straight as manager Buddy LaRosa hired Angelo Dundee to work his corner. I was supposed to be the champion by now, Ayers said. I was young and didn't take advantage. In March of 1990, he faced top contender Buddy McGirt, an opportunity that represented his last chance to recapture the potential he once had.
Approaching the 20-second mark left. McGirt picking off the right hand from Ayers.
What Buddy's been doing, he's been slipping that jab, but he hasn't been moving in behind it. Slipping to the side instead of in.
Final seconds of round 1, scheduled for 10 here live from Atlantic City. and White. In the final seconds of the round, McGirt scored with a very solid combination that seemed to get Ayers' attention.
Not only got his attention, Tim has his legs doing funny tricks.
Over the course of the round, we both felt that Ayers got the better start in the fight until those final seconds.
Good body punches by Tommy Ayers. Good left hooks underneath.
And a right hand lead, but a counter punch by McGirt.
And again, Ayers did funny tricks with his legs, Tim. Looks like he's having a little trouble taking a punch.
He says that he is more comfortable at 147 pounds. Big right hand sends Ayers down.
5, 6, 7, 8. Tim, that's what Buddy McGirt was looking to do. Nail him with that right hand, and he sure did it.
Ayers in trouble in the corner and trying to cover up, but has not fired back, and McGirt has stopped him here in round 2.
Ayers made one final ring appearance after the defeat, getting stopped in 3 rounds by Jay Bell. The once squeaky clean fighter then found himself entangled in legal issues. In 1997, Ayers was convicted of theft in public gaming. The following year, he was arrested for domestic violence, although charges were eventually dropped. However, the following year, he was convicted for menacing by stalking. Upon his release, he found work at the Cincinnati Recreation Commission, where he trained young fighters. In July of 2007, the now 44-year-old Ayers was arrested for trafficking and possession of cocaine, facing up to 5 years in prison for each charge. Paul Doherty of the Cincinnati Post lamented Ayers' fall from grace. At home, he shadow boxes in front of a mirror, Doherty wrote, looking for the fighter he was. He watches tapes of his fights, trying to remember who Tommy Ayers had been when Tommy Ayers was the top welterweight contender. Ayers' struggles also affected those who once believed in his potential. My eyes used to glow when I talked about that guy, Ayers' trainer Mazan Kemp said. I believed in him.